Hello, I'm Mark Rushman, Senior Curator of Art and Culture at the Indiana State Museum and Historic Sites. I'd like to share with you one of my favorite artists in the museum collection, Frank Virgil Dudley. Dudley was an American landscape painter who was best known for his paintings of the Indiana Dunes in the northwest region of the state. Dudley was born in Delavan, Wisconsin in 1868, but spent most of his life in the Chicago area, where he and his brother Clarence owned an art supply and framing shop. He was first introduced to the dunes in the early 1900s by Clarence, who was a photographer and frequent visitor to the area. According to written accounts, it took Frank a while to warm up to painting the dunes, but eventually it became his primary focus as an artist. Dudley painted in an impressionistic style and predominantly worked in the tradition of plein air or painting outdoors. His work became so closely associated with the Indiana Dunes, he became affectionately known to the public as the Dunes Painter, or Painter of the Dunes. But as you'll see from the images I'll share with you, his interest went well beyond a passing curiosity. As a plein air painter, Dudley carefully selected the locations for his paintings. He would frequently do pencil sketches as preliminary designs, complete with figures and foliage. Once a site was selected, he'd return to the location at the same time each day to ensure the placement of the shadows would remain consistent in his paintings. Each were carefully composed and beautifully crafted. Dudley built a solid reputation as a professional artist, exhibiting widely and selling his work. With prize money from a major exhibition and funds from several sales, in 1921, the artist and his wife Maida built a cottage studio along the shoreline in the dunes at Waverly Beach near Mount Holden. It would welcome visitors and patrons to see and purchase his paintings. Dudley's interest in the dunes went well beyond his work as an artist. He was a significant figure in the dunes conservation movement and active in several groups who were advocates for establishing a park to preserve the Indiana Lake shoreline. In no small measure, Dudley's art and efforts contributed to the dunes becoming the Indiana Dunes State Park in 1923. However, with the creation of the state park, it left his studio on what was now state property in a somewhat tenuous situation. However, this was rectified in 1934 when the Dudleys reached an agreement to pay the state of Indiana an annual rental fee in the form of one large oil painting for the use of the newly named Cottage 108. This entire collection of 19 paintings are now part of the Indiana State Museum's permanent collection and are proudly referred to as the rental paintings. In addition to creating beautiful works of art, Dudley also documented the topography of the area, including plants, trees, and land formations. Like other plein air artists, he captured his subjects at all times of the day, all times of the year, and during all weather conditions. He revealed the beauty of a spectacular sunset, the afternoon sun across the peaks of the dunes, and the openness of a vast shoreline. Frank Dudley's artistic output covered more than 5 decades. He participated in numerous regional and national exhibitions, was a regular in the annual Hoosier Salon, and remains extremely popular with today's collectors. He died in 1957, but he left a legacy in not only his artistic contributions, but also the preservation of one of Indiana's most important natural wonders. To top things off, on February 15 of 2019, the Indiana Dunes became the country's 61st national park.